I just want to understand. So the Department of Justice supported the legislation in the version that actually passed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, I'd
the
have to say
DEA
that.
supported the legislation in the version that actually passed.
Yes, sir.
What advice did the DEA and the Department of Justice give President Obama on whether to sign this legislation?
That conversation would have been through the Department of Justice. I'm not certain what it was, but I know that technical assistance was provided on the final language.
All right. So is the legislation working? Set aside whether DEA and DOJ and the entire U.S. executive branch was supporting the legislation. Set that aside. We're here now. We're a year into it. Is it working, or are there unintended consequences?
We were able to continue to issue ISOs as we have in the past, so it didn't hamstring us from doing that. The concern was manufacturers and distributors, the ability to use it, and we have not executed one since enactment of the legislation, so that remains to be seen, proving that case under the new
You
legislation.
haven't executed one. Is that a problem? Is that a lack of legal authority? Why haven't you? What are we missing?
Actually, sir, the distributors and manufacturers that we were looking at that were doing the most shipment of drugs had recent actions taken against them, and the other distributors they're a close enough knit community. A deterrent effect kicks in but the larger distributors, the big three we call them, they had recent action taken against them. So since the implementation of the ISO, they're already under memorandum of agreement to be in compliance with the Controlled Substances Act. So it hasn't been warranted so far.
So if I'm understanding you, there hasn't been a factual predicate, there hasn't been a need for it. Is that correct?
There hasn't been a test case, sir. No.